Hey everyone, welcome back. You know that feeling when you pull up to the pump and almost pass out from the gas prices?
Yeah.
Especially here in California, it's like a whole different ball game.
Right.
So today, we're going to dive into that. Specifically, we're looking at California's attempt to like wrestle these prices down with this new bill, ABI 21.
We're going to break down what's in this bill, what it could mean for you, and if it's going to actually make a difference.
Well, because everyone wants to know that, right? Like, is this
Right.
thing going to work?
Exactly.
Okay, so Assemblymember Jones Sawyer, he painted this crazy picture, right?
Huh?
He was like, imagine filling up in Denver for like $3 a gallon.
Okay.
And then you drive to LA and boom, it's 565.
Yeah, that's wild.
So what's the deal? Is California cursed or something?
Well, California's got its own thing going on, right? Higher taxes, those strict environmental rules, and they really rely on their refineries, which can be a little shaky.
Kind of like walking a tightrope with gas prices.
Yeah, any little wobble, and those prices go haywire. But to be fair, it's not just a California problem. We're seeing this nationwide. Refineries struggling to keep up, global supply chains acting up. It's a mess,
So it's like a perfect storm brewing in our gas tanks, literally.
pretty much.
Which brings us back to this AB by 21, right?
Mm-hmm.
This is California trying to like grab the wheel and steer those prices.
Yeah, take control.
So first thing, this bill wants oil companies to have a minimum amount of fuel stored away, like a rainy day fund for gas.
Right, safety net.
And second, it gives the California Energy Commission, the CEC, more muscle to manage those refinery outages.
And those outages, let me tell you, they're often the culprit behind those sudden price spikes.
Because it's like, oh, refinery's down, let's jack up the prices.
Exactly. And, the governor's arguing that these price spikes cost Californians an extra $2 billion last year alone.
Oh, are you serious? That's insane.
It's huge. So you can see why people are fired up about this bill.
Absolutely. Okay, so let's talk about what it could actually do. Can this bill really stabilize prices, or are we just trading one problem for another?
That's the million-dollar question, isn't it? I mean, having that extra fuel on hand, it's like if a heat wave hits, we're not all scrambling for gas and driving the prices up even more.
Or it's like having extra water stored for a drought.
Exactly. But on the flip side, if refineries are forced to hold on to more fuel, they might produce less, which could lead to, well, shortages down the line.
Okay, so it's not as simple as it seems. You've got to find that balance, which is always tricky. So realistically, how likely is this bill to become law?
It's already through the Assembly, now it's making its way through the Senate, so it's
Yeah.
gaining some serious traction. And the fact that you have groups like the California Legislative Black Caucus supporting it, that says a lot.
It shows it's not just some partisan issue.
Exactly, it's hitting everybody. But yeah, if it passes, and that's a big if, it could be a game changer at the pump.
So California is trying to figure this out. What about other states? What are they doing about these crazy gas prices?
Oh, it's all over the map. Some states are trying those gas tax holidays, like a temporary break at the pump, but is that really a long-term solution?
It's a Band-Aid, right?
Yeah. Others were trying to actually increase their refinery capacity, but that takes time.
It's not like you could just build a refinery overnight.
Exactly. And then, of course, there's the push for renewables, getting off fossil fuels altogether.
Which, again, that takes time.
It's a long game for sure. But yeah, the bottom line is there's no easy answer here. Every state's trying to find its own way.
It's a puzzle with, like, 1,000 pieces.
Okay.
So, as we wrap up here, any final thoughts for our listeners, something to chew on?
Here's something I've been thinking about. Let's say California's bill passes and it actually works. Gas prices stabilize. They become somewhat bearable. Would that change your driving habits? Would you stick with your gas guzzler? Or would you consider making the switch to electric? Just something to ponder as we navigate this whole energy roller coaster.
That's a good question. Thanks for diving into this with us. And to our listeners, thanks for tuning in. Until next time, drive safe.